Alrighty then. Gotta breathe occasionally. How is everybody doing? Welcome to Monday. I can't believe it's top of the week. It's actually the end of the week, effectively, for me. Well, my current weekday schedule is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And of course, Saturdays and Sundays. Welcome to the stream. Here's the stream where you'll find Diet Coke, a beautiful blue controller that is no longer Bluetooth connected. Look at that. It's a USB-C cable. I don't have Bluetooth driver enabled anymore. Oh, why, you ask? No. Hey, I guess for years now, I've been having these random crashes in my USB system. And I finally kind of was like sick of it because it really only happens when I'm streaming. But sometimes other times. And usually when I'm gaming, and only when I have this connector, this device going, active. So I found it, I did some research. I found out, other people are having this crash with the Intel Bluetooth chipset. It's probably related to my motherboard. There's probably nothing I could do about it. Get a new PC, or use the wire for now. Although I was thinking, I bet there's a third-party solution to Bluetooth that lets you add Bluetooth to a motherboard that doesn't already have it. That might work with this controller. You know what I mean? That isn't the Intel one. That's the one that has the issue. So, but in any case, there'll be no more crashes on my system. How you doing, Seth? There'll be no more crashes because of using a Bluetooth controller, because it is now a wired controller. All I had to do is plug a wire in. It didn't cost me anything. I have an extra USB output. But it just annoys me that I used to be able to do USB, just not reliably. So what is today's stream about? Yes, we'll be flying around a Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know exactly where we're going to go. The special controller I bought specifically for Flight Simulator. I've never bought the controller I bought for here. Let me show you here. It's not really a controller. I've been talking about it, but I don't always show it. But I'm going to show you because it's easy to show. It's called a Flight Quadrant. It was $60. It's made by a Logitech, but it says SciTech on it. And it's got these are different. Each one of these is an analog controller that you can program what it does. But by default, this is throttle, this is propeller, and this is mixture, which are three different typical controllers. Then you also get some buttons here, which you can map to whatever you want. But they come mapped to flaps up and down, landing gear up and down, and then there's like parking brake or something like that. And then there's another set of buttons that are kind of located at the bottom of the travel of each of the levers. There's actually 3 more buttons. So I have this one set. So hopefully when I do this, at least on some planes, it automatically enables the thrust reversers. I was playing with this yesterday to see which of my planes it actually does work on. But anyway, I have this, I kind of have to move it out because I'm using my desk as a workstation for my work as well. It takes up, I have to kind of clamp it in before the session. It's pretty simple though. Just that, clamp it in, make sure it's a little tough. You can't really see it. It's right there. And then I can, that's really helpful. That is really helpful. But I still need this because this is my stick. This is my rudder. This is my, no, there'll be 0 technical issues today. There'll be 0 technical issues. If there are technical issues today, they will be for a different reason. But I think I've stomped them out. I think I can literally stream every day for 5 hours from now on and never have a technical issue again. But I've said that before and it was wrong. It was wrong. Look at me smashing the table. That will probably cause a technical issue. And the first thing I found out, if I declare at the beginning of a stream that there'll be no technical issues, it's guaranteed there'll be technical issues. All right, look, let's move on. So a streamer that I really, really, really respect, Foxy KT, sounds like an e-girl, but she's really more of a gamer girl. Is traveling in Europe for the whole month, and tomorrow she's going to Prague. I mean, she's in Berlin somewhere, but she's traveling to Prague. Where is Prague? So I thought maybe, since we don't really usually have any other big ideas, Budapest. Where's Prague in relation to Budapest? I'm gonna have to look this up. Hold on a second. I've got it right here. Okay, so Prague is kind of north, I think. There's Munich. Not that far north, right? It's kind of east. Let's just look it up. Prague. give me this sweet close up. Yeah, yeah. Where's it? I mean, it's at nighttime on a map, on a globe that I have to find it. But fortunately, they have these methods of searching built into Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I think there's a lot of stuff to see. I'm 99% sure we have visited and not that long ago. But it's got to have a beautiful, it's got to be beautiful. Now, what plane? We'll pick the nice afternoon. It's probably good weather there. I'm going to try to find something that has a good sightseeing abilities, and that I enjoy flying, and that maybe I haven't flown that often recently. Maybe the Saab B-17A. That's an unusual plane, too. And it's got this Finnish Air Force. Yeah, we don't have anything from Prague, though. So I hope everyone is doing well today. It's a Monday. Let's see what happens with the various streamers. Kind of weird stuff going on not many people were streaming yesterday, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know what's going on there. All right, liveries, weight and balance. Let's remove some fuel. We're not going to need all that fuel. Cold start. Oh gosh, yes. Cold starting is my favorite. Yeah, it's something I don't know. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried that she's found a method of making money that is easier than streaming, but isn't streaming, because why else would she be able to take all this time off and really not even seem to, if anything, she's accelerating her lifestyle expenditures. She bought a Tesla. She bought a house in LA. You know what I mean? It's a little worrisome because when you work as an American streamer, say I was a hot e-girl streamer in a hot tub right now, and I made most of my money from Twitch. People are subscribing, people are tossing the gift subs in, they're doing the direct, they're buying bits through Twitch. I can get advertising dollars. It's some serious money. Okay, so I'm getting paid by Amazon. I'm not an employee, but or Twitch is Amazon, but I get 1099s. Everything's above board. It's all super legal. And that's good because, if you want to have a bank account in this world, you kind of need to be making your money in a very legal manner. You need to kind of prove that you're making money legally. Some of these e-girls, I think, in some of the methods, they're making money and they're definitely working, but do they know for sure? Yeah. In LA, Arizona, everything was different. She couldn't do any of this stuff. This stuff has to be done in person, and kind of makes you wonder why it has to be done in person, why she couldn't do these deals in Arizona. All right, okay, I want to turn this engine. Okay, we're going to turn mixture up, propeller down. Let's see if we can start up. It's been a while. Mixture there. Okay, that's all good. Starter is eventually going to be there, but first we got to power up, turn on the magnetos. Fuel has to go to, can we do right at least? Okay, it's not going to let me select the tank unless I move this. Fuel tank. Okay, which is the direction it wants me to go? There, left. Primer, I don't think we really need that. That's not yet anyway. Okay, battery temperatures. Where is the main battery? Is it over here? No. I don't remember, so, now I'm starting to see. Okay, some of these switches here. Yeah, panel lights. None of those are the battery, huh? Reserve fuel pump. Okay, I'm just learning where everything is again. Eventually I might use the checklist. Okay, there's the pump. It might be behind the yoke. Fuel gauge. Oh, is this the one that doesn't have a battery? I mean, doesn't have a battery on off. It always confuses me. I'm always like, where's the battery? Some don't have the battery's always on. I don't think that's the real world, but okay, there's mixture. Yeah, propeller, very good. Throttle, perfect. Makes it much easier to operate those analog levers by far. Can I open the canopy? I know I can, but do I want to? Oh yeah, it's not from there. It's really funny. This plane has a telegraph. Open, close, left window. There it goes. Oh, you can so hear it. It's so loud. I love that. We'll close the window in a minute. This plane is so old, from the 30s. It has a telegraph key that you would use to communicate in Morse code with with your your base. It was a military plane from the 30s, so this is a pre-war design. I don't think it was necessarily used to drop bombs and things like that, but it was used for war purposes. It might have been used as a bomber. Are we going to be able to get out of here? Yeah, we can just go this way. Using my toe brakes. Well, she said many times that the reason she wanted to move to LA was specifically for opportunities. You know, get this turn around. It's a little tricky. Okay. No problem, actually. All right. And you know, as I say, she's a I don't want to say calculating person, not emotionally calculating, but oh wait, we gotta ask for permission to go. We're gonna go fly around Prague and see what there's to see. Not emotionally calculating, but she's always been a financially calculating person. So as I mentioned before, I don't think she would be doing anything unless it was something that she felt was a good long-term opportunity to make money. But as I said, when you start making money in kind of a shady way where even you're not sure exactly why you're getting paid as much as you are for the work you're doing, it's always tempting. The people who you might be paying you might be saying things like, don't worry, you know why this is legal? Because you're going to pay taxes on it, which is so not true. I have to remember, I work for a bank. Oh, is my transponder on or off? I bet it's off. How do you turn it on? Here, on. There we go, transponder. All right, now we can ask for permission to leave. Nope, I still haven't turned my radio on. Where is it? It is, oh, actually some of these I need to go. Navigation lights, beacon lights. All right, it's on. Wing lights, oh heck yeah. Oh, why not? We don't need that. Okay, where's the radio anyway? I mean, it's gonna look like a radio, right? I don't know. Again, this thing has a very primitive radio system. Oh, it's right here. Radio power, 100%. And now it gives us the opportunity to talk to the ground station here. Where is the, oh, by the way, hi Lucas, how you doing? I'm gonna fly around Prague a little bit today. It's always a good opportunity for sightseeing. I think the airport is to the west. Let me just take a quick peek here so I can know which way to leave. So there's the airport, right, and the city is here by the river to the east of it. So we're going to request an east departure. And this is in my classic Saab B-17, 1930s era. That's cool. I can put my parking brake on right from here, control the mixture, the propeller. It's all good. Okay, here we go. This way. And as usual, I like to take off from a cold plane, figure out how to fly. Don't let me forget to close the window, by the way. It's in the real life, it's really hard to forget to close the window. But in the game, it's really easy. But you see the window is open there, kind of, and you know, over certain speeds, it causes a problem. Alright, we're just going to idle and do a little taxiing here to the runway. Okay, runway to prep. Basically, this plane is, we're just going to check trim a little bit. Give us a little bit of positive trim for takeoff. Just 1 or 2%. That helps us as we power up because we're nose heavy. We don't want to hit the runway. We don't want our propeller to hit we don't want to nose over and hit the runway. Perfectly possible to do, by the way. Well, she is, but how well does she know the consequences of making a lot of money without being able to prove that you got it legally? I'm not saying you get it illegally. I'm just saying, you know, you don't go to jail. What happens is, and I can tell her about it if I ever talk to her, which I might be talking to her in a month or two. You can become persona non grata in the banking system. We banks do not like to work with customers that we do not know for sure are making their money legally. It's that simple. We can get fined big time if we do, and do get fined. Happens all the time. If we have an account worth $1 million and we find out it's illegal, or somebody finds out it's illegal money, we could get fined $100 million. Right. I'm not near the end of the runway here. Wait, we got a long way to go. Hold on a second. Why am I stopping here? We got to cross. I thought we were stopping at the runway. Yeah, we got to always go. All right, we're going. And once you're a persona non grata in one bank, and what they do is what we would do if we find a customer like that is, we don't arrest you, we don't report you, we just write a check for the amount of money you have on our deposit. We give it to you, we hand it to you, it's a bank check. And we say, you're no longer a customer here, have a good day, see you next time, enjoy the rest of your life, we don't give a fuck. Don't apply here for an account again, ever. Okay? Which is fine. So now you have your check for $800,000, which is what you had on deposit. Well, what are you going to do with it? To go to another bank. You're like, well, are you a customer here? No, I'd like to apply to be a customer here. Okay, we got some quick questions for you. What do you do for a living? You have an $800,000 check in your previous bank from a bank that obviously canned you. What do you do for a living? Well, that's none of your business. Okay, well, we don't want to serve you. We have to know what you do for a living to establish an account. Any bank does. No bank is allowed to we call it KYC, know your customer, which is actually really, it sounds sweet. It's like KYC sounds like a name of a fast food chain that's kind of off-brand. It's not. It means know your customer. It means we get to get your, if you have weird deposits coming in at weird times and weird numbers, and you shouldn't because you're not operating that kind of business, we can kind of look at that very carefully. I mean, what am I? I'm a software engineer for the bank. Most of my money comes in directly from U.S. Bank. You know what I mean? I couldn't be more legitimate as a customer for Wells Fargo Bank, the bank I have. But if I suddenly started having huge amounts of income and they weren't on W-2s, they were on 1099s, and the source of that income may have been a little hard to verify as being an American company, maybe not an American company, could be all legal money, but no, we'd boot you real quick. And the thing is, it takes a couple years for the banks to figure this out. It doesn't happen overnight. All right, so we got flaps to here, but once it happens, you're not going to want to be one of those people that's no longer welcome in the American banking system. You can't buy things online. You can't get a credit card. You're going to be paying in cryptocurrency for everything for the rest of your life. It's not going to be fun for you. And if that's the outcome that Bella has, I think she should know. Okay. That's a possibility. It may not happen for years down the road, but when it does, it's permanent. You're not a criminal, you're just not welcome in the American banking system. You know what I mean? You haven't been convicted of anything. You still have all your money. But no, you cannot use an American, and usually a European bank, any bank, you're going to probably not be able to even live in America. How are you going to pay for anything in America these days if you don't have an American bank? Let's get out of here. All right, give us full power. Full power, Scotty. We got warp engines. All right, that's full power. So this comes forward, but because we have that trim setting, we're not going to head over into the ground, hopefully. And just stay forward, get some speed going. There we go. We're pretty much at rotate. And we slowly pull off the ground. Hey, it's not that dramatic. Okay, gear up. And I love how this gear works. It's like these knuckles, or it's like got knees. But and flaps up to 0. Got a big oh, I forgot to close my window. We're in trouble. We're fine. It's fine. I forgot to close my window. We almost died. Well, she's going to have to hear that conversation. It may have nothing to do with her. I don't know why it's saying that. I mean, you know what I mean? This situation may have nothing to do with it. I'm just kind of worried that it does. All right, yeah, oh, nice. Gave us an actual east departure. All right, where's Prague? I'm going to say Prague is where a bunch of little things are, but I don't know. All right, start bringing these down. Well, here's the thing. If you're getting income and they're getting a 1099 and it's going into your bank account, and the thing is, she's definitely has established a bank account as a regular employee of an actual company, and then after that, she's got a couple of years of streaming as a Twitch streamer, perfectly legal. So it's going to take a while if her main income now comes from things that are not really as easily determinable. Keep in mind, if all your money is coming from OnlyFans and you're making millions of dollars from OnlyFans, OnlyFans is a foreign owned and operated company. It's not an American company. It's already a red flag for an American person. I don't know if it is OnlyFans or something, but again, you're declaring everything. They're sending 1099s. You're paying 50% taxes. because you're making over $200,000, let's say, and federal taxes are 39%. You're paying California state taxes as a resident of California. That's 10% on top of that. So 50% of what you're getting is going right into taxes. And a lot of people think, well, now it's legal. Now that money is legal. No, nope. Couldn't be more far from the truth. And if anybody ever I just want to find out if anybody ever, if she said, well, how are we going to be making this money? And the first thing they said was, don't worry, it's legal. You'll be paying taxes on it. Because that is when you know it's a scam. And again, the consequences of this scam are not that you lose the money, and it's not that you go to jail. It's not that you're a criminal. It's that you become, what I said, persona non grata in the American banking system. Most people do not think ahead as to whether that's going to be a good or bad situation. That much, because it doesn't happen that often. But yeah, most people who go to jail for financial crimes and things like that, I think the biggest thing they tell you if they ever get out and try to rebuild it themselves is just getting a bank account. It's nearly impossible. Forget about getting a credit card or a debit card or any kind of sorry, I'm talking. But again, years down the road, this could be a problem. Okay, so this is Big Bend in the river and Prague, but we're gonna have to fly around a bit because first of all, I'm going too fast to see anything. Yeah, in this modern world, especially in this modern world, trying to imagine having to do everything in cash or cryptocurrency, which is kind of, I think, what some of these people do. I mean, I think that's what cryptocurrency is for. It's for doing banking effectively outside the standard banking system. And why would you? Because the banks don't want you. The banks don't want to give you an account because you can't say how you can't prove that you're making your money in a legal fashion. Doesn't matter. You're welcome to make money however you want, but banks are welcome to not take your money. And in fact, it is very, very bad for them to take your money unless you can prove that it's from a legal source. And again, well, my bank didn't ask me for that. I could prove my money's from a legal source. It's easily, trivially. So, it's not a problem. I can open a bank account anywhere. But yeah, people making a lot of money and who work for themselves, effectively they're independent contractors. For one thing, companies, if you go into a bank and you're an attractive young woman in her 20s, and you're like, yeah, I'm making tons of money. Well, what do you do? I don't really want to say. They're going to assume you're a prostitute, and that's not legal, usually. So they're already like, yeah, no, we're not going to take, we can't bank for you. But you'd be surprised. Yeah, banks. Look how beautiful this is, though. As usual, Prague is not gonna fail us. They're not marked as points of interest with those little dots, but you can clearly see there's a lot of cool stuff here. Why is my trim so bad? Oh, yeah, I said it that way. Okay. There we go. Beautiful cathedral on the hill there. Lots of custom buildings. Okay, I just want to stop real quickly here. Okay, so there's the river there, and there's that big bend. So I kind of see where I am on my map, my Google Maps here. Oh, there's the McDonald's. I mean, it's all on Google Maps, but I'm just trying to see where the good stuff is. This cathedral, right? Wait, which side of the river, that other river is that on? Okay, there's this big hill. It's this part of the river, right? This part of the river. I'm just trying to figure out what cathedral that is. Could be a bunch of things, right? Okay, and then there's the river there, and then that bridge there. Is that thing there, right? Is that where I am? It's the Vistula? Vitava River? Is that a little... I think it might be further north. Yeah, I'll keep flying around. I kind of know where I am, I kind of don't. Just going to kind of check out this river here. Okay, yeah, there's just a little island there. Okay, so that's up there. But again, and the idea is, for me is that, well, so the banks don't want you to, aren't going to let you get a bank anymore. Well, ever? Oh no, you can get a job. Someday, next time you have a real job, you can apply for a bank account, that'll be fine. They just want to know that you're making your money in a legal fashion. So I believe a lot of these places that Bella might be operating in that have this money that needs to go to e-girls for various reasons. I can talk about that more if you want. Highly encourage the girls or recipients, or it's usually girls, to buy a house with their money. And if they have, with the money they're getting, and if they get more money to buy a second house, the thing about houses is that it's a fungible property. It's a fungible financial place to put your money that's relatively safe if you cannot use the banking system, right? See, banks won't take your money, but I can buy a house with cryptocurrency or whatever. Now I own the house, assuming it's going to at least keep its value or maybe go up a bit. At least someday I can sell the house. Now you're going to have to sell the house for cryptocurrency because you can't take regular money when you want to sell your house if you're not part of the banking system. You got to do every large transaction with cryptocurrency, which already means you're going to have to be kind of working with kind of shady people, in my opinion. Hornbach, okay? Well, there's the Hornbach. So I don't think people consider just how bad being thrown out of the banking system is and how easily it can happen. You're not convicted of a crime. You didn't do anything wrong. You paid your taxes. You were a good citizen. You never hurt anybody. You didn't shoot anybody. You know what I mean? You didn't do anything wrong. And suddenly the banks are like, no, we don't want to give you a bank account ever. No bank will. No credit union will. Now, I think PayPal will. I'm kind of wondering whether PayPal, which is also kind of not considered a fully regulated financial institution. So this is kind of the suburbs of Prague, south. Let's go back up north, check it out again. I think it's very pretty. These bridges, sadly, are not the kind of bridges we can go under. Maybe over there. That would be scary. I don't want to try it. But this time, I think I'm going to know where I'm going. Well, nobody does because it's a very rare penalty that most people, again, don't have to deal with. It's very rare, but it's very severe. So, I mean, she should at least know the following facts. No, paying taxes on money that is income doesn't make it legal on its own. Nope. And number two, it could take years for the banking system to catch up if they start thinking, just imagining that that the money you're depositing into their bank account comes from some illegal source. But once they do, you're out. And the thing is, yeah, she could have gotten a bank. It might be the same bank account that she's still using. Maybe it's not. She's not the first person to do this. I think she's kind of following in the footsteps of Jen and other people. Really Amaranth even. Who seem to be fine, Yes. It does. Plus, you have to pay taxes on gambling income, and gambling may or may not be legal in your jurisdiction, right? So, that's just one example. But it does not matter how you get your income, gamble it legal or not. You got to pay taxes on it, and that doesn't make it legal. It just means you pay taxes on it. This means you're not guilty of tax fraud in addition to potentially laundering stolen money. That is very unlikely that you'll be convicted of a crime just for accepting dirty money. It's really, really unlikely. Very unlikely. Yes, evading taxes, yes, a very serious crime. And that's why they make sure to tell you that if you're accepting this money, pay all your taxes on it. Are there's boats down there? No. Shit. As if. Because yes, it does actually, mean you probably aren't going to be convicted for a crime, a financial crime. You don't have to be convicted for a financial crime for your life to be ruined by being ejected from the American and pretty much the world banking system as a persona non grata, as I call them. It means, it's literally what they call you. Because you're not a criminal. You haven't been convicted of anything. We're not saying your money's dirty. We're just saying we don't want it because you can't prove it's clean. And it seems really arbitrary, but that's the way banks work. They have to work that way. Otherwise, they'd be hotbeds for criminal behavior. And every bank, big banks like my bank, we paid huge fines by not, by being taken in by, fairly famous people who had good reputations and started a business. There's this guy in Florida who was a NASCAR driver, very famous one, and he started a payday loan business, which is shady. And I think he used our bank to back it at the time, or one of the banks that we kind of got. And it turned out to be completely criminal. Oh, look, there's a stadium. And so I think our bank paid $300 or $400 million in penalties over this guy's shady business. It was $1 billion business. Yeah, so there's this big bend here. Let's check out what's kind of on the other side of this bend here. Lots more bridges. But again, they're too low. So, and the reason why the penalties are so huge is because they want us banks to root out financial crime before they occur, or certainly not be complicit in it. And so, yeah, huge penalties for dealing with customers that might have shady income, might be trying to deposit shady funds. And again, this guy was super shady. But, I'm not in charge of whether, he might have paid off some people inside the bank, inside our own bank, to take the account. He could have been that big that maybe some, we don't know, maybe some people took bribes. I mean, this bank, the bank I work for has 85,000 employees. Some of them might be dirty. I would think that kind of, for this to happen, it kind of needs to be something like that. But yeah, when there's a guy with $1 billion and he wants to deposit his money there, he'll probably pay you a few million if you can get him an account. So you can also assume that if we allow those accounts in, it's a big risk for people coming in trying to bribe bank employees. And yeah, it happens all the time. I mean, I don't work in that part of the bank, but they still train us on this stuff all the time because they are super paranoid about it. So every single employee gets training on what we call the Financial Crimes Division. Yeah, I work for a major U.S. bank, let's just say. Yeah. Oh, we have 6,000 vice presidents. Don't step up to us. That's kind of cool. What if it's a factory or something? Also, as usual, like Europe, so lots of great buildings. So we all get trained in the financial crimes, what to do if we detect financial crimes. But the biggest part that we get trained in is if a customer starts doing irregular, who is normally obviously above board, like a small merchant, business owner, suddenly brings in unusual cash payments for deposit, or payments, even electronic payments that are weird whole numbers, that are too large for the kind of services. You know what I mean? You can be very detailed in how you might want to analyze. This is a really interesting little waterway here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. So we're over here. Right. Okay. I'm seeing all this. There's kind of these little branches there. Yeah. So what it's kind of saying though is that Prague is kind of down this way. I don't know if we actually saw it yet. Yeah, well, a small business might be just going by, and even businesses, you'd be surprised, even businesses like laundromats that do a lot of cash business often have people coming in who want to know if they can, give you money, and you pay a small amount of it back in the form of a salary to a guy that never shows up, something like that. That's kind of cool. So yeah, I think this is more Prague, this kind of side here, according to the map at least. At least there's the downtown area. It's big. Yeah, exactly. Any business that does any kind of cash business, and so it can often be a smaller business, newsstand, laundromat, very common. We would have to kind of look at them, like if they wanted to get a bank account and they were that kind of business that did a lot of cash, we would very carefully want them to give us the last 4 years of their their business, how they made their money for us, and compare it to other businesses of the same size and make sure they weren't making a lot more money than other businesses of the same size. That kind of thing, And if it was, it'd be a red flag. We just say, no, thank you. Go, you can go somewhere else. but no bank, no business. You know, they might find a lot of problems getting a bank. And I think there are definitely places you can put your money in that situation, but they're not federally backed, guaranteed banks. That's for sure. Because us banks, we have to be super nose clean in terms of our customer list. So, and that even applies down, and we've been trained this. It applies to businesses, but it applies to individuals too. So if you're you know, we would say something like so-and-so is a grower, small grower of marijuana. They're an entrepreneur. They package it themselves. They sell it to dispensaries. We can't give you, it's legal in your state. Doesn't matter. We're an interstate bank. It's got to be legal in every state for us to take on a business, basically. And so if it's not legal in every single state, it's not legal for us to do business. We can't, like, just because some state is legal to do X, Y, Z and that's what you do for your business. Not our bank. Not a big ass bank. Maybe a local state bank. Even then, apparently local state banks like don't want to take marijuana businesses as a business. And I don't blame them. It's completely legal here. But banks can get into trouble for just semi-legal stuff. If it's semi-legal, it's got to be perfectly legal. It's kind of hard to describe people why banks are so paranoid about that, but they are. It's a big factor in daily operations of the bank. Well, this is pretty out here. Speaking of which, it is a regular work day. I'm taking a little break, like an hour and a half or so. Pretty. I'm flying around one of my favorite planes, the Saab B-17. Check, oh, what's this? Look like quarry. It looks like a marble or granite quarry right here. So they found some nice granite in this hill here, and they said, let's just cut it out and sell it. Which is fine. I'm all for it. Granite or marble, some kind of quarry. Where are we? Prague? Oh, there's like a glass piece there. That's not right. That's close enough, though. This is pretty. Look, there's always little bends on the river with some little surprising village tucked in. Yeah, so cash-based businesses have always been kind of the danger side. But more and more, people who are getting money from an online source that's not Twitch or Kick, or, you know, not, maybe Kick, but not Twitch. Twitch is an American company. It's not a problem. And especially if it's big money, there's questions to ask. Because if it came from an illegal source, now people might, I've been thinking, what is this illegal source? I mean, this is probably money that came from some foreign country originally, in my opinion. But it's American dollars. You know what I'm saying? Usually. Maybe it was converted into dollars, but I believe it is already American dollars. And I believe what happens is a lot of money, you know, American government gives huge amounts of money to foreign governments. Billions and billions and hundreds of billions of dollars. And it is very poorly accounted for. By all accounts, we don't really care. We just want to be able to go to countries and say, yeah, we sent you all this money, so be nice to us. A lot of it probably gets diverted to criminals in that country. Maybe not all of it, but I bet a lot of it. This is cool. And then those criminals have to figure out a way to spend these dollars without drawing enough attention, because probably if the American government figured out that they originated there, they would get into trouble. So it has to be laundered. Oh, that's true. Now, she said her parents were visiting her last week, several weeks ago. So this is not an unplanned. Yeah, that would not be. That is planned. She said, you know, because she was on stream and she said, "Oh, my parents are coming." And I said, "Oh, you know," I thought, because she said, "Oh, my family is here." By the way, here's a great example of how Microsoft Flight Simulator has trouble dealing with rivers that have transit, have elevation to the water, where the water changes elevation over time. She did say last week, and I asked her online, I said, wasn't your family over there? And she said, oh no, that was a different family. This is going to be my mom, my dad, and her two sisters who are much younger than her. They're like 7 and 14 or something like that, or 13, right? So that's going to be, yeah, that's definitely going to be, let's give us a little power here so we get out of this little valley. Beautiful, though. This is stunning. Let's start heading back towards, I don't know. Look at that little house there. Want to live right there? Why not? Look at that. I'd be worried about, like, having a rainstorm and falling over into that huge, falling over that cliff, but what the hell. So that is the fact that her family, this is actually, I think, the first time her actual parents visited. Because the previous family, I don't know what it was, cousins or what, I don't know who that was. Because she didn't say, she doesn't necessarily say who all her family members are. Maybe an extended family, I don't know. But yeah, they're going to be here, I think, for a week. So we may not see much of Bella for a while. We'll have to see. And TwitchCon's coming up in like a month. Well, a little more, 5 weeks. So we'll have to see. All right, where is the nearest airport? First of all, this is gorgeous scenery. I don't want to hear two things about it. Where do we take off from? Okay. This is going to show us where the nearest airports are. Right? There's that one down there. We could just land at the one we took off from. It's the closest one. And that'll have us go through the city again. It's not that far. What is going on here? I gotta switch my tank. Switch tank, starter engine. No. Out of gas. No, it's not going to start up. No, that's bad. Yeah, I think I ran out of gas because the engine failed. It has a manual tank switchover. Anyway, because of my urge to play music and the fact that I only have an hour and a half today for today's stream, I'm just gonna call the flight simulator part there, okay? You know, shit happens. I think that I did not. Basically, what happens is I took a lot of gas out. There's two tanks, a left and a right tank, and I wasn't monitoring it, and I believe it has a manual switchover. So if you make one of it, and no particular warning, this is very common in Microsoft Flight Simulator. For some reason, in the real world, there are little buzzers that come on, and in this game, the engine just keels over if you don't monitor it. Which is fine. I mean, in the real world, you can run out of gas. I get it. We were flying around for quite a bit, too. It's not a very fuel-efficient plane, if I remember correctly. Hold on a second here. So give me, 3 minutes, a little short break. I'm going to play guitar on my Stratocaster, and it'll be fun. Like that, maybe. Down there. How's that looking? There we go. So yesterday, I restrung my this Stratocaster, my lovely Swirl Stratocaster that I love so much. Just having a Stratocaster, it's such a classic instrument. This is not a vintage one, but it is a real Fender Strat. It's not one of the fake ones. Many billions of fake ones that are out there. I made some changes to it. So yesterday I restrung it with Dave Gilmour. David Gilmour is the lead guitarist for a little band called Pink Floyd. I restrung them with the David Gilmour style. I previously had 9s on them, and these are 10s with a heavy bass string. The light string is heavy, and the bass string is a 48, which is much heavier than the typical 10. So because they're heavier strings, the tension on them caused this plate to go up, and the strings were too tight. And so it wasn't even until this morning that I looked at it and realized I had to tighten. I had to go to the back here and tighten these springs up to bring the tremolo action down, so that the string action was down. In other words, it wasn't even close to being playing properly yesterday. So I want to kind of play it in a little bit with brand new strings. But we'll do some karaoke stuff. Want to sing a bit? No Lego today, though, till Friday. Because I have to do it for like an hour and a half. I don't really have time during the week, except for Friday. A little blues warm up. All right. What's today? Monday? I think your parents actually aren't coming till tomorrow, though, or Wednesday. Oh, thank you very much. Just trying to warm up a little bit here. Yeah, that's a remake. Yeah, there's an older movie too. Yeah, we'll check it out. I love watching those old planes flying around. There is the version of Pearl Harbor with Ben Affleck, and it is not good. I can't recommend it. It's very dark. I'm talking about the strings here. Compared to the 9s. I like it. I got to check my tune again, and also the intonation changed. So I've been kind of trying to mess with that. It's going to take a while to get it all right. Perfecto. I will put that on the list midway from 2019. I like it. I'm just trying to compare in my head the tone compared to the 9s that I've had. These are 10 heavies, or they're a hybrid 10. with a heavier low end. And apparently this is what David Gilmour likes to put on his Stratocasters, and he's mainly a Strat player. Thus, they are I purchased them as a David Gilmour set. He has his own brand. Some years ago. I just installed them yesterday. I like it. All right, let's do some kind of actual music. By which I mean play along, but it's still good. It's still good music. YouTube is thinking about coming around. I heard Google is having problems today. We may not have YouTubes. Oh, here it comes. It took a while. Okay. Yeah, no more tech issues, though. It is definitely not going to happen anymore. I'm going to do a non-karaoke song. Maybe I'll alternate them. Because I don't even like doing this following one on karaoke. Oh, that's not what I need to say. What I mean to say is I don't even think it's available. This is called Modern Jesus by Portugal the Man. Come on in, take a seat next to me. You know we got what you need. We may be liars preaching to choirs, but we can sell your dreams. You don't need sympathy, they got a pill for everything. Just take that dark cloud, ring it out to wash it down, but don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We are the ones who start little fires, yet they burn out. When they're on the rise, I can't help but shine. And when the wave approaches, take our ashes to the ocean. Who cares if hell awaits? We're having drinks at heaven's gate, but don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We know that we're helpless, at least that's what we assume. But we don't need to prove nothing to you. Let's all stay cool. You don't want to feel blue, we won't sell you nothing well you can't use. Don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. Anyway, I actually think that now that the DJs are slowly migrating out of my beloved music category, we'll get a few more drive-by viewers. That's what I'm thinking. I think I Heart Primus is one of them. I'm not saying they'll stay. I'm just saying that we never got them before. Rarely got it before. Hold on. Because the category, I was at the bottom of the category that was 90% DJs. But now I'm at the bottom of a category that's only 10%. It's 90% smaller. You get what I'm saying. I'm still at the bottom of the category, but I'm much closer to the top than I was. I already decided I just did this song too many times. We're going to do other songs. Let's see. Skip some of these opening ones. Nope. 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 We did this one last time. There's a bunch I don't do that much. I don't think we did this one. What else we got? We did strange currencies last time, but I just repeating now. We didn't do Amy last time. I believe that's Capo 3. Maybe I did Capo 3 right here. Or I'll do it. The finger aim is G. Oh, Capo 2. Wrong. I can see right out of me. Never try to make a thing. Let you see one thing for yourself. Now you're off with someone else, and I know. Yeah, I know that I might leave you for my own. That's a whole nother song, technically. Oh, heck yes. Thank you, Soul King. What did this one last time?
spinster, who wear the shoes I will wear that dress. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight, leave me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hands, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance till the moon's sparkling. Kiss me. Kiss me down by the broken house, swing me upon its hanging tire. Bring your flower hat. We'll take the trail marked on your father's map. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight, lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hands, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance, silver moon sparkling. So kiss me. Lift your open hand, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance, silver moon sparkling. So kiss me.
God, that's always going to be one of my all-time top 10 favorite songs. Oh, well, is this karaoke version of this?
There she goes again, racing through my brain, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains.
Killers. No. Also no. No. Did I do this one successfully? How's it go anyway? I used to know how to play it, but I don't know if I remember. Let's see. Not easy one to sing. I don't think I can do any police songs. But this one. Hold on a second. Pause. I don't know if I could sing this song. I know I used to play it. So that's what this is for anyway. Have fun. So it's in D. I spent it on her. I can't sing it though. It's way too high for me. I ain't got no crystal ball. I had $1,000,000, but I spent it all the time. That little something and that little something found. That public sensation and I really wanna know. Really wanna say I can't define. It's all that I need. I so much to wait till I get back on the high up on my own. Daddy's gonna love on and on. At least I got the chord. I feel the break, feel the break, feel the break, and I gotta live it out. Yeah, I swear I really want to. Just doing the right chords. What else do I got in here? No, where are these from? Hold on, I got another playlist I can click on here. I believe it has the actual songs I like to do. Right? Hold on. Do Wonderwall. Okay, that's gonna be the last song for today, though. Just because I love doing Wonderwall. Last song of the day, but so Wednesday will be the next stream. Today, gonna be the day, gonna throw it back to you. Right now, should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Words on the street with the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And on the road we have to walk a winding. Strat's doing nicely. That was fun. Let me get out of this here. It's funny, I don't have a motorized control, but I always think people probably think I have a little motorized thing that does that. It's just zoomed in, and then I just change the internal electronic pan level in the camera, the pan number. Actually, that's the part of my setup I love. I have these icons I click, and those icons can have a batch file. The batch file sets all three of my cameras to any settings I want. Autofocus off, how bright, how dim, but specifically where the pan and zoom is. So I can switch here for my piano sessions here. See, I'm higher up for my piano sessions. For my guitar sessions, I want to be lower down. And then for my opening and closing segments, I'm here. So I just have three icons I can click. And all three cameras are all set in a specific way, not just that one camera. But it's funny, I don't have any kind of physical movement. That's kind of tragic. It kind of cracks me up. But I love having a cool setup. Okay, so what's going to happen is, I'm not sorry. It's a regular Monday and Wednesday streams are an hour and a half long. Kind of short. I don't think you should ever stream for less than an hour and a half and consider yourself an actual streamer. You're just an amateur. You're not a professional like me. But I am going to say thank you again to Carol Burnett. Whoa, who's Carol Burnett? You say you have no idea. Well, Carol Burnett had her own, still around for one thing. She's recently on a show on Apple TV called Palm Royale. Quite good. She's quite good, and she's 92 as well. So 91 back when. Anyway, she's old, but she's still around, and she had this variety show in the 70s, and we used to watch it all the time when I was a family on our black and white TV. Well, now I can see it in color because Carol Burnett's a Twitch partner. And she's on 24 hours a day with her 1970s reruns, so I can finally see them in color. And they're actually kind of funny because you could do things in the 70s that you cannot get away with. Probably couldn't get away with a lot of the stuff that they did in the 70s. You couldn't get away with in the 90s. So it's kind of fun to watch the show. It may or may not be funny, but like there's a guy walking around in the set and he's smoking a cigar. Can't do that anymore. You know what I mean? Showing it, the lawyers would be like, does he have to be smoking a cigar? Could he just not be smoking a cigar? And people go, okay, he's not smoking a cigar. But back in the 70s, you could show a guy smoking a cigar. Anyway, we're going to raid Carol Burnett. Okay, I want to hear about it. We're going to go say hi to Carol Burnett, and that's going to be the end of the show. And thank you for coming, and see you Wednesday. Oh, I got to do one thing before I raid the Carol Burnett, though. I think you guys know what it is. Wouldn't be a show if I didn't have another swig of Diet Coke. By the way, I didn't drink much of a Diet Coke today. I don't know what that's about. Still good, though. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. Until Wednesday, at least. All right. There we go. See you next time. Carol Burnett. Yes. We're going to raid Carol. Run my little end roll. Bye. Had a good time.